Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs. Today we're going to be making Bane from Batman, and we're going to use a single loom. It's going to be in the offset configuration, which means columns 1 and 3 will be slightly lower than column 2. The arrow is facing towards us, or the open part of the peg is facing towards us. We're going to be double banding, which means you take 2 bands and you place them together on the pegs. The colours that we're going to be using skin tone, brown, a tannish colour which is sort of, I believe it's called light coffee, camouflage, black. I'm going to use a couple of silver bands, and I'm also using the mini pony beads. They're a 7mm by 4mm in black for his eyes. Okay, let's get started. We're starting with skin tone for his head. He is bald and he has a black mask on. So as I said, 2 bands at a time, and we place those here. Now, I'm going to place the bands for his face first. We don't have to do a back of the head because he, is bald, so we don't have hair to worry about. But we are going to worry about his mask, and his mask we're going to do in black. So instead of doing a skin tone down here, he has black that comes across here. And let's see, he's going to have black all the way down to his chin here. And we're going to have skin tone at this juncture. And I'm going to do more black going across from here to here and from here to here. Those are going to be black. I'm going to do silver going from here to here, and I'm going to take a single silver and do that. Alright, now I'm also going to be doing a single flesh tone, twisting it once, twice and 3 times and placing it here. This is going to stop his eyes from sinking to the back of his head. I'm going to use a hook to place his eyes, and as I said, I'm using beads. You don't have to use beads, you can use bands. If you are using bands, you take a single band, you wrap it once, twice, 3 times and 4 times. That is the equivalent of 1 bead. Alright, and you do 2 of those and you put them on just as you would with a bead. So let's take our beads and put them on our single skin tone. If you don't have a hook that fits down, you can use floss, you can use a metal threader. I have a tutorial on tips and tricks playlist on my channel that shows you how to make a metal threader from a twisty tie, and I find mine very useful. Place your band across these 2 pegs and lift this bit up to place above here. Okay, now this part is quite important. We're also going to do another bit. He sort of has these sort of silver prongs at the front of his face. So we're going to take a silver band, wrap it once and twice like this, and we're going to place that on a black band that we're going to twist in half into a figure 8, and we're going to put this on here like that. Okay, and we'll stretch that from one side to the other side like this. Alright, now we're going to do his neck, so we need a couple more skin tone bands. I'm going to use 3 for his neck, and the reason I'm using 3, when I have hair, I have the end cap that's at the back here, and that is sort of utilised within the neck to make it stronger. Because I don't have hair on this one, I'm going to use 3 bands to give it a bit of strength. We're coming for the shoulders. Again, you are double banding, okay? Double banding gives it that strength. And if you find your bands are twisted, just run your hook on the inside of the bands, and it straightens them out quite nicely. Okay, so now we're going to move to the coffee colour. This is a light coffee colour because he sort of has this tannish shirt, and I don't have a very good light brown, unfortunately, so I thought I would use this colour. It's a little bit close to his skin tone, but sometimes we're limited with the colours that we have, aren't we? That's skin tone, so let's keep that separate. I suppose we could do it brown, but then the straps wouldn't show up. So we're going 3 down here. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 4 down there, I think. He's a tall dude. Now for his arms, I'm going to take a single skin tone, wrap it once and twice, and slide onto a pair. And then I'm actually going to use a pair of brown, because he sort of has these armbands going up his arm. So I'm going to do a pair of brown like that. And what I'm going to do is take another brown, wrap it once and twice, and lift those over so that it sort of looks like it's encompassed there. Take another pair of skin tone and we'll stretch these through like that. There we go. See how it sort of looks like he's wearing an armband. We'll do another pair. And we're going to do one more pair. Now on his other arm he does not wear an armband, so we'll put this one on this arm, and then the other arm is just going to be skin tone, so a single band, wrap once and twice, and a pair. And we do 5 pairs. So that was our first one, this is our second, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's place this on the other arm, or shoulder I should say, like so. Now he is going to wear khaki trousers, and I do have these khaki bands, but if you don't, you could use dark green, brown, you know, try and figure out a colour that is good for you. I'm coming down 4. One here in the middle. I'm going to come down and do another pair here. I'm sorry, we're going to move this to the side here, and this one to the side here. Push these down so you have room. We're going to put an end cap on the middle. 1 and 2. Like so. We're going to put some brown bands on as a belt. So take a single, wrap it around your hook. Now the reason I wrap it around my hook instead of my fingers is I don't want it to stretch out of shape too much. I'm going to put that just here above. So this is where our khaki pants are. I'm putting it here on the tan band. Like so. I'm going to do one in the middle as well. Like so. Let's see what else. We need to do some boots. We're going to be doing black boots. So take a pair, put them on your hook, wrap once and twice, slide onto a pair. Now don't reclaim these straight away. Take another pair and wrap once and twice, and now reclaim those two ends, pop them back on. We're going to slide onto another pair. Do the first two bands first, like that, then the band that you wrapped around your hook, and then those other two. Reclaim. We're now going to do another pair of black bands because he's wearing boots, combat boots, so we don't want it to look like shoes. So we do another pair like that and pop on the end of his leg. Let's do the one for the other side. A pair, wrap once and twice, sliding onto a pair. Don't reclaim just yet. Take another pair, wrap once and twice, and then reclaim. We're sliding onto a pair, reclaim, and then slide onto one more pair for the height of the boot, angle, oops, and place here. Alright, we're going to do some crossover bands. They're going to be in the tan, the light coffee colour. We're going to put one across from here to here, and one from here to here. We're going to put one here, but we're going to stretch it into a figure 8 and make it a little tighter. Now I'm going to use the tan. Actually I'm not. I'm going to use a khaki because I think it will fit nicer with the trousers. So we'll do a khaki band there that's twisted on itself in a figure 8 to give him slimmer hips. Now here we want to do a slim one too, but we're going to have to work with this one because we need to flip our belt down. So we will need to lift these up and replace, but it's better to put it in place now than forget about it. Alright, let's start our looping. Pop down here to the leg, and you're going to be going for the two bottom khaki bands, camouflage bands. Now at this point we're going to come past this end cap here and grab the two top bands, make sure that the end cap doesn't pop off, and loop down, and then again here, loop down. I need to push things down on my bands, and then we're going to continue looping up, and I want to do that the reverse way actually. Bear with me. So at this point we've looped to here. Let's work on this area here. Dig down past the end cap and grab the two top bands and loop them to their corresponding side. And for the other side as well. And now we will loop these up. This gives the continuity to the trousers so that it doesn't look odd. Loop up and loop up. We'll loop this center one. Now we're going to loop. We need to take this crossover band off that side. We're going to loop this tan one. We're going to break the band. Let me show you how we can fix a broken band while we're actually in the process of looming. Take your band off. You need this little band to be underneath. So lift this up. It needs to go under like that. place your one that you have looped in back. You're going to come under here, stick your hook out, grab it, pull it back through, and you loop it in. So it's not the end of the world. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to take this crossover band. We need this to be under these two loops, but we need to flip this little belt bit over first. So go between these two bands here. You've got the bottom and the top. You're ignoring this band completely. Grab the brown band, put your hook round, pull it forward like that. Once it's brought forward, you're going to lift these two top bands up, grab the crossover band and put it into its place, and replace those two like that. We don't have to worry with this one because the crossover band doesn't get in the way. All we do is loop it up, and then we're going to dig and find the brown band for the belt and pull it forward like that. But this one we do have to worry about again, so let's take that one off. Just place it there for the minute. We're going to dig down past that crossover band and grab the two, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Gently does it, so we don't have to replace another. Grab the brown band and bring it forward, and you want to capture your crossover band again. Now you can bring it forward this way, like that. Here it is. Lift these two top bands up, place your crossover band and put those back. So that's for the belt. Let's continue with our looping. We'll loop the arms in. Loop to the neck. Loop to the neck. I'm going to loop from the chest to the neck. And now we have 3 bands, remember, at the neck. So make sure you get all 3 bands. At this point we're going to dig down and find the 2 top black bands and loop them, and then the next 2 and loop them. Alright, we're going to go for this middle silver, the black band. We need this to sort of come under where we have this. So move this to one side, and if we can, just gently lift this up. As we lift this, we want our hook, hold it with your finger, place your hook under the band that the mouth fang bits are going on, for use of a better word. Poke it under here. I'm trying to do it so you can still see. Put the band on your hook and draw it back and place it on that band. These can then get moved into the middle again like that. We have these silver bands on the side that we need to loop in. So wiggle, 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 and move one in. Find that silver band. Come on, you. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There's our second one. You can loop those into place by looping the black band up here. Let's do the skin tone band. If it gets stuck here, just move your hook around the inside and it releases it. Oh, we've got another broken band. Annoying. That time it was a skin tone band. Now, a little bit more difficult this time because we have these 2 bands here for the eyes that are in the way. So what we're going to do, let's lift off the bands that we need. I'm going to hold this one and I'm going to take the 2 eyes off and place that band there. That's the one that we're replacing. Let's put these bands back in their place. Okay, so here's our band that we're going to be replacing. We're going to dig down past these black bands and grab it, and pull it back up. So poke it on your hook. There we go. Gosh, it's on the wrong side for me to show you. There's my, put it on my hook, bring it, no, I'm not through all those black bands. There we go. Drag it back through, like so. Make sure it's not twisted, because if it's twisted you're going to get annoyed. It looks funny. And place it back, and then we can loop back up. It's a fiddle factor, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world for your character, for your creation. And that's why I've left that bit in, so you can see there is a fiddle factor there, but you can replace it. And you can do that with bracelets as well. You can fix, if you have a snap band, you can fix it. You don't have to take everything off and start again. Now, if you've looped everything up and you've taken it off and it breaks, that's a different story. Then you have to do a little bit of a different fix it. Loop these side ones in first, and then this black one can go on the top so that it's the predominant colour on top, because the black mask goes on top. We're going to take 2 black bands. I always use 2 to tie off in case one breaks, and then you have the insurance policy of the other one. Push your hook through to the side here, grab those black bands and drag to the back side and tie off in a slip knot. We're going to take this off the loom. I use a hook, the back of a metal hook with no cushioning, to help me. Wow, 2 broken bands in one creation. That's annoying. Move your loom out of the way. We're going to move these bands down further so that they look more like a belt. And you just do that with your hands. You just twist them down a bit. Like so. This is his mouth, the cage bit at the back of his mouth. I'm going to, instead of tucking them under this bit of hair, skin here, I'm going to leave it on top, and then I'm going to come down at the back here and drag them through so that it sort of looks as if it's part of his mask. And I'd like to dig down here. There's a silver band that goes horizontally, and I'll drag it through that. Now, to tie this off, I'm actually going to use another black band, which I know sounds crazy. I'm digging one side through the side of the mask and the other side, so that I've captured it at the back like that. Okay, I'm going to drag that black band through, and I'm going to make sure I'm only grabbing, I want the 2 tie-off bands and those 2. And as I pull this through, I don't want to pull extra bands. There we go. So I have them both there. I'm going to tie that off so that comes around the back like part of his mask. And then this is the bit that I will hide. And I'm just going to tuck that under these black bands as discreetly as I can, like so. Now, I don't know what you would like to do. I'm leaving his eyes black. They sort of look black in the picture that I'm using. Stretch him out a bit. We're going to use a couple of brown bands, and I don't want them too stretched out, but they just go either side of his torso like this. So put them around his neck and then pull them down his torso so that it looks like he has the crisscross of leather straps on him, like that. If you wanted to attach it to a bit of his torso, you could, but I'm just going to leave him like that. I don't think it really matters too much for me. There we have Bane. I hope you enjoy making him. Take care. Bye bye.